Coming up, a flash flood watch is in effect until tomorrow morning.
And St. John Catholic Church reacts to the search for a new pope. Your News Valdosta starts now. Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Joanne Ewell.
And I'm Amber Worthy. Topping off our news today, a flash flood watch is in effect for South Georgia, North Florida, and Southeast Alabama today.
It began last night and is expected to last through tomorrow morning. The new average rainfall is estimated to be around 3 to 5 inches in areas west of Apalachicola and Flint Rivers. Isolated amounts will total up to 9 inches. Residents in our area are encouraged to stay up to date on the latest weather information in their area. You should be prepared to take the proper precautions at any moment if flood warnings are issued.
The Valdosta Utilities Department says a massive grease block is responsible for last week's sewage spill on the north side of Inner Perimeter Road. A utilities crew investigated the complaint of a foul odor coming from Tyndall Drive area. The team discovered an overflow of a sewage manhole that ran over into Knights Creek. The cause was a gigantic grease block in the sewer main, which caused an overflow of 20,000 gallons of waste. The utilities crew unclogged the pipe, disinfected the area, and dispersed lime to clear up the odor.
3 Brooks County residents now face multiple charges from a night raid that turned into a major drug bust. Son and father duo Patrick and Anthony Newell, along with the father's girlfriend Sienna Holloway, were arrested following the raid that occurred on February 5th. The Brooks County Sheriff's Department says officers seized 2 pounds of marijuana, cocaine, crack cocaine, methamphetamine, nearly $10,000 in cash, and 20 guns. Officials say they had been investigating this case for months, but didn't expect the house raid to turn out the way it did.
With the upcoming resignation of Pope Benedict, many people are left to wonder just how serious this is to the Catholic religion. News Valdosta's Marlen Contreras has more on the local reaction.
The resignation of Pope Benedict XVI has come as a shock to the 59 million American Catholics and 1 billion worldwide. Father Dan O'Connell of St. John the Evangelist Catholic Church explains why the resignation of Pope Benedict is such a historic event.
Well, I guess there's always a sense of anticipation. I guess it's an exciting time in one way, and I guess it's a surprise in the sense that the Pope's only been the Pope for 8 years, and so people expected that he would continue on until his death, as his predecessor had done, John Paul II. Maybe there was a moment of surprise and shock, but I think that once the process goes into effect, I think everybody will be reassured, like that the process will produce a successor who will carry on the work that Pope Benedict had begun, so.
A living former pope is something nobody alive has seen. The last pope to abdicate was Pope Gregory XVII in 1415, almost 600 years ago. However, there are guidelines already established in the church to handle resignations. Father Dan O'Connell has more on the process.
The process basically, begins after the Pope resigns on the 28th of February. The bishops will get, the cardinals will get together for, I think, about 2 weeks. The exact date hasn't been mentioned yet. And the anticipation is that they will have somebody elected in time for the beginning of the Holy Week ceremonies on Palm Sunday, which is the last week of March.
February 28th will be the official resignation day for Pope Benedict. Even though his time as the Pope will have come to an end, his legacy will continue as he has opened another alternative for future popes. Only time will tell the potential impact of Pope Benedict's resignation. One thing is certain, the world will be watching. With News Valdosta, I'm Marlen Contreras.
5 people are dead and 2 are injured after a plane crash in Thompson, Georgia. Authorities say the plane aborted its landing and then crashed into a utility pole. The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating cause of the abortion. Landing is still unknown.
Coming up, local gun store owners react to the recent surge in business.
And a complete look at your rainy weather forecast. Stay with us.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. The Valdosta-Lowndes County Chamber of Commerce is hosting the Serving Safe Food event until 6:30 tonight.
The cost of this event is $179, which includes the cost of textbooks and test materials. The event is a one-day training course for Serve Safe certification by a certified trainer. A passing grade of 75% is required to be certified, and the certification is valid for 5 years. For more information about upcoming programs, please contact VSU's program coordinator, Sue Bailey.
Scientists may be close to a breakthrough in stem cell research. Believe it or not, bone marrow could be the key. Within bones is a space where a cell that can be used to repair bladder damage is found. Scientists are still studying this discovery, but know that because this is where new red blood cells come from, that some sort of developing cell is in the tissue. This is the verge of a discovery in a long-debated issue that could lead to a new era of medicine.
Lowndes High School has been named Georgia AP STEM School and AP STEM Achievement School by the Georgia Department of Education. STEM represents science, technology, engineering, and math. Lowndes High has earned this recognition through the performance of its students on advanced placement tests in those areas.
Gun sales have hit an all-time high. Customers are quickly purchasing guns in hopes that they can bypass impending restrictions. I visited Valdosta Pond to find out how they are handling the increase in sales. Ammunition prices have more than doubled in the past year at shops across the country. Valdosta Pond, located at the busy intersection of Bay Tree and Gordon Road, has experienced the setback firsthand. This local pawn shop reports that though gun sales are at an all-time high for them, ammunition has been more difficult to attain. The reason for such shortages is due to some consumers buying a surplus of ammunition in response to the possibility of weapons being banned.
I've been working here since April of last year. Gun sales have gone up since the Sandy Hooks incident. All assault rifles, anything high capacity, has been sold out pretty much since Christmas. All ammo is sold out pretty much. It's either just come in and then sold out at most of your gun stores. Anything that goes to an assault rifle or anything high capacity.
America doesn't seem to be cutting down on gun purchases anytime soon. For News Valdosta, I'm Joanne Ewell.
Taking a look at your local weather, today's daytime forecast is heavy thunderstorms with a high of 66 degrees. We are under a flash flood watch with some areas receiving several inches of rain. Expect a low of 61 degrees. Tomorrow's temperature is 77 degrees with scattered thunderstorms. Expect a low of 47 degrees.
Coming up, a local leadership meeting ignites college students.
And a special guest speaker comes to VSU campus tonight. Stay with us.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. I'm Amber Worthy.
And I'm Joanne Ewell. Colorado may be the new Amsterdam of marijuana tourism as a task force discusses the new regulations for recreational marijuana. The board approved the recommendations to allow for marijuana tourism as people from out of state can now purchase a limited amount of marijuana in Colorado. Other recommendations included preventing any out-of-state pot shop owners and allowing Colorado shop owners to begin growing their own supply of marijuana. Though marijuana is still illegal under federal law, states like Colorado and Washington have voted in favor of its legalization within their states.
Leadership is an important trait for college students, but it is usually not taught in the classroom. I caught up with the leadership conference on campus this weekend to find out how students can become leaders. The 2013 Ignite Leadership Conference took place this past weekend in the University Center. I had the pleasure of speaking with two of the students who were responsible for putting on this event.
Our 6th annual leadership conference hosted by the Office of Orientation and Leadership. This morning we have 4 inspirational, encouraging, and empowering leadership teachers here. The keynote speaker is Mr. Troy Stendy, all the way from Minnesota. He's here to deliver some great speeches on how we can better equip ourselves as leaders and how the leader functions in society. We're also here with Ms. Sherilyn Hopkins, who works with the VSU Student of Division of Affairs. We're also here with Ms. Tashika Snow, and we also have Mr. Norman Earls. Each of them have been given a topic to elaborate on. We have the True Colors topic. We also have our Organization for Leaders, and we also have our Communication for Leaders. We understand that all of these are important in cultivating and developing the true leader that we are born with on the inside of us.
Today we are having a leadership conference hosted by the Office of Orientation and Leadership, and this year's theme is to ignite your leadership. And what it took to coordinate this year's event was an weekly planning throughout last semester by myself and several other leaders on campus. Also, there was heavy promotion on Twitter via Facebook, and also flyers posted in the Union, in Palms, and also there was mass emails sent out to teachers, faculty, and staff inviting everyone on campus to become a better leader.
The students were very excited about this year's Ignite conference. Students from all over campus, whether they held leadership positions or not, were invited to learn more about their leadership skills and abilities. With News Valdosta, I'm Amber Worthy.
Eric Rudolph, the man behind the notorious Olympic Games bombing in Atlanta in 1996, has just completed his autobiography from prison. Rudolph, who also pleaded guilty to orchestrating the bombing of a Birmingham abortion clinic that killed 2 people, published the book online with the help of his brother. The autobiography explains his motives behind the bombings, but federal authorities say they will seize any money Rudolph makes off the book.
In entertainment news, the Academy Awards chose Ben Affleck's movie Argo as the Best Picture of the year. Ang Lee won Best Director for Life of Pi. That film also won 3 Oscars. Daniel Day-Lewis won Best Actor as Lincoln, while Jennifer Lawrence won Best Actress for her performance in Silver Linings Playbook. The 4-hour ceremony also featured more than half a dozen musical numbers and a salute to the 50th year of James Bond.
Tonight in the Mass Media Building, the Society for Collegiate Journalists will host a lecture by radio journalist Tom Watson. Watson interviewed Elvis a number of times, was Pat Sajak's roommate in Vietnam during the Good Morning Vietnam era, and was the last person to interview Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. just 10 minutes before the assassination at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis. He has been an active consultant, producer, and on-air talent for the radio industry for the past 50 years. The lecture will be at 6:15 p.m. in the Mass Media Lecture Hall.
Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Amber Worthy.
And I'm Joanne Ewell. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.